To correctly carry out an energy audit, it is important to measure the different parameters, including electrical ones, on-pump control panels. Here we are going to show you different devices used for measuring the electrical parameters required to evaluate a pumping site's energy efficiency. We will then discuss their advantages and disadvantages. Two types of devices are used to measure electrical parameters: a multimeter and a power analyzer. The multimeter is the most commonly used device. It enables intensity, single and compound voltages, and the power factor to be measured via two channels measuring voltage and one channel measuring intensity. Once we have these values, we can calculate active, reactive, and apparent powers for each phase, then add them together in order to obtain the pumping facility's total power. The power analyzer, on the other hand, has 4 channels for measuring voltage and 3 channels for measuring intensity, thereby allowing these parameters to be measured continuously and in parallel, as well as automatically calculating the power and energy values. Let us now look in detail at the advantages and disadvantages of these two tools. The multimeter is a relatively cheap tool, and electromechanics can be individually equipped with these. It allows one-off measurements to be taken per parameter and per phase. The meter's accuracy depends on how much the device costs. Be careful to choose a multimeter that allows the expected ranges of electrical measurements at the sites to be correctly measured, in particular in regards to intensity. The power analyzer is a more sophisticated tool, enabling more accurate electrical measurements to be taken in parallel and for all phases. It directly provides the 3-phase power previously cited, so there's no need to calculate these. Thanks to its ability to record information, the power analyzer collects measurements at very low time rates of around a millisecond to a second, enabling electricity supply harmonics to be measured. The device allows the values collected to be recorded in time ranges varying from 1 hour to several days, depending upon its memory. Its main disadvantage is its price, generally 4 to 5 times higher than a multimeter. In order to use these two devices properly, manufacturer instruction manuals must be consulted. To install these in electrical cabinets, the operator must be qualified to carry out operations and measurements in high voltage environments. What you need to remember: 2 devices are used to carry out electrical measurements during energy audits: the multimeter and the power analyzer. The multimeter is not expensive and enables one-off voltage and intensity measurements to be made phase by phase. The power analyzer is more expensive, but it can simultaneously measure the electrical parameters of each phase and automatically calculate power and energy values whilst recording the measurements at a time rate defined by the user using internal memory.